Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with more of Avadon to the corruption. In the last part, we went on the hunt for Shaban, and we also took care of Alkander's mission. So, I don't know how that's going to play out down the line, but, you know, it was just something to do, and we made him happy about it, so... But now we are focused on our main mission here. We're back at Rockridge Keep, and we're going to talk to Commander Odell. Ooh, I also forgot to get the storeroom reward. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Now that I think about it, speaking of Hart Callan reporting to her, I forgot to go to Nicodemus's storeroom and get my reward there. So wait, hold on a second, because I can't believe I completely forgot about that. So yeah, we will talk to Commander Odell here in a bit, but I do want to see what reward unlocked for us over here. Or not in a bit. We will talk to him in a couple minutes, but I do want to see what's in here. Ooh, dark. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm glad I got that. I guess we'll put it on Dedrick for now. But I do want to put it on my main character later. Because that is a pretty good spell right there. But we'll put it on Dedrick for now since I'm taking him there anyway. Alright. Yeah, Zach, you had one job. Get your reward before... after you complete a quest. But whatever, all good. Now we can resume our mission in Rockridge Keep. And talking to Commander Odell. I have a new mission here. I have been sent to help you track the ogres. Then my messages got through to Redbeard. You have been useful so far, so I will count your presence as worthwhile aid. Yes, my trackers have hunted the rebels. Despite great risk and difficulty, they tracked Constantina's traders to near a large warren of ogres. It marks the location on your map, and yet my soldiers have been unable to reach the enemy lair. Thus, I ask for you. Why were the rebels so difficult to track? Because they are woodsmen of the Wild Realm, led by the shaman Constantina. None are harder to track than huntsmen of the tribes aided by one skilled in nature magic. Even then, we have had difficulty. It is as if the woods themselves aid them, throwing us off their trail. You haven't been able to attack their lair? I have sent scouts, raiding parties, even a platoon of soldiers. Each time we have found that a hostile magic infects the woods surrounding the ogres. Trees move, paths shift, groups get split up, confused, and dispatched. It has been difficult, thus I sent for you. What have you learned of Constantina? Nothing. She is a shadow. She leads raids, kills my men, then uses her shaman tricks to escape into the woods. We have lost many simply to obtain the few pitiful hints to their location. What should I do in the ogre warren? Take a toll. Exact vengeance with steel and fire. Use the might of Avadon to show them what happens to those who oppose a pact. Carnage, check. Anything else? Information. Bring me any knowledge you can find along the paths and plans of the rebels. That is all. I wish you good hunting. Okay, so we have that from him. Now it's time to check on the quests that we could get in the meantime before we do that, though. Alright, these are for the corruption, and these are for Avadon here. Let's see if Yasua has anything for us. Anything else I can do for you? She inspects you, gives it some thought, and nods. You have the eyes of a hunter, the sort of hunter that lusts for exciting prey, and if it can further the aims of Avadon, so much the better. In the recent chaos, a drake named Kremes has taken up residence not far to the south. In fact, close to the abandoned rebel lair you explored. The creature refuses our envoys. It robs livestock from the villagers. It grows more aggressive every day. It needs to be gone. She marks this location on your map. A drake, member of the draconic species, but smaller and weaker. A runt, but still possessing enough of the power of its kind to be dangerous. You want me to kill it? Or drive it away? The pack desires peace with the dragons of Linnaeus and is always looking for ways to avoid angering them. Like, say, killing their children. Yet, if the beast attacks, do not hesitate to defend yourself. It lived near the rebels? Yes, suspiciously so. We have no evidence that it has been aiding them, but suspicions exist. Alright, so we have that from Yasua. Let's check in with Han Esme real quick. Any news on Dimas? He points out a letter on her desk. Surprisingly, yes, a patrol at the edge of the corruption saw someone matching her description near the corruption. She should be found, and quickly. She indicates the location on your map. It isn't far from the border region you recently explored. Go there and see what you can learn. And if possible, keep her from entering the corruption. What was she doing there? Wandering aimlessly, according to the report. They try to follow her, but a turret slowed them down enough for Dimas to escape. With luck, she is still there, still wandering. Why is it so important to keep her out? Besides the passing interest in saving the life of a fellow servant of Avadon and human being? Because the corruption has a way of taking any power near it and twisting it against us. If it gets control of a powerful tinker mage, she shakes her head. Not the sort of problem we need these days. So we have that from Han Esme. Okay, we do have to talk to Watcher Corral and also Ain. Is there anything else I can do for you? I have heard rumors that you are going to Ogre Lands. If so, there is something you can do for me. Ain removes something wrapped in suede from her pouch. She carefully unwraps it, revealing a dull, rough bit of quartz. Only close inspection reveals the rune etched into the side. She gives it to you. There is a copy of the stone code in the blackwood. Place the stone in the middle, conceal it with a thin layer of dirt. That is all. Why am I doing this? This is what is called a watching stone. It watches a code. If anyone defiles the code, the stone will place a small, invisible, harmless mark upon them, so they can be later identified. And what happens when they are identified? A fair question. She fails to elaborate. Why must the stone code be marked? We are trying to determine who exactly has been defiling the code. It is merely a guess, harmless, not a mine or a trap. I am no tinker mage. Alright, let's talk to Watcher Corral now. So we just got out of the corruption, but it clearly plays a big part in the story if we're going right back, even when we return back to Rockridge Keep for a mission. Any news of Karim? Not yet. I have sent messages, made inquiries. Please give me more time. Anything I can do for you? Okay. So he has nothing for us, but the others do. So I'll still have Dedrick with me though, since I still have potions equipped on him, of course, and he can heal. But we will definitely go back to the corruption and try to find Dimas first. So yeah, we just got out of the corruption, but here we are back in it. But we'll see if we can find the eye. Is it going to be the decaying border or monitor base D? Okay, yeah, it is here. There is a woman in this clearing, standing in a scorched plot of earth. She matches the description of Idimus, the servant of Avadon who fled Rockridge Keep in the dead of night. She is surrounded by 4 denizens of the corruption. They circle her, staring at her with their huge, dead eyes. Her eyes are closed and she sways slowly from side to side. Then you take a step closer and her eyes snap open. She says in a deep, cold voice, "Intruder." The 4 horrors turn to face you. "Let her loose, monsters." The deep, cold voice resumes. "No, we have her. She is pure now. More pure to come. I will use her thoughts. Let her go, or I will destroy you. You will hunt me. I know the way of Avadon from her thoughts. I wait for you. You are not pure. You will be pure. Come." And then she vanishes. She can't have traveled that far. However, her captors remain to slow your pursuit. Oh, wow. Idimus' vanishing trick did not take her very far away. She is waiting by the shore of a pool. 4 more of the corruption horrors ring her. She looks at you with dead eyes. "You give chase. I will take you now. This toy will be protected." Glowing motes of light start to float around Idimus. Their presence has shielded her. "Now face my instruments. They hold her. They will hold you now." Idimus points at her target. Space warps around you. A moment later, you are somewhere else. Oh, that's booty. Okay, that was a weird glitch. I was like, what? Where's the fire? Okay, it is a good thing I summoned that turret before Malik got moved here. Ah. Okay, so she banished the salamander. You know what? I'm fine with that. You have defeated several of the creatures holding Eye Diamonds captive. For a moment, the magic clouding her mind weakens. She blinks. Then she looks at you and, for the first time, seems to actually see you. She says, "What? Where?" The freedom does not last for long. Her vision clouds. The cold, dead voice returns. She says, "No. Come. Come to me now." Diamonds disappears. A moment later, she appears on the other side of the water. Then she disappears again. She does not reappear. Perhaps Esme will know what has happened. The hunt continues. Okay, so that was a quick mission to take care of there. Okay, Wizard Staff. Okay, so we will save that for Yannick. Rather than put it on Dedrick. He will get a little bit more benefit from the one we already have on him. Okay, so yeah, at least that was a quick mission there. And we can go right back to Rockridge. Okay, so let's head back over to Hand Esme and let her know what happened. Man, if only you could travel like this in real life, just go to a pylon and you get instantly teleported. I would absolutely love that. I discovered Dymas, but then she fled into the corruption. Esme slumps in her chair. Too slow. I don't blame you for this failure, but I wish... She shakes her head. Well, I will send word to Avadon immediately. Until I have news from Avadon, we should not act. And for now, she removes a scarab and a pouch of gold coins from her desk and gives them to you. I will do what I can. I hope she can be saved, but I have my doubts. She seemed to say that someone told her to go there. She is interested, but skeptical. But no name? Well, this might be a fantasy caused by madness. Nothing to act on. Not yet. From time to time, Esme's restored sense of purpose shows you why she was selected as a hand in the first place. What was the scarab she gave us? Dexterity, intelligence. Ooh, that would be good on Dedrick, actually. Yeah, let's equip that real quick. Of course, we have to be back in Avadon for it, but... whatever. Whip this on him. Oh yeah, I forgot I could use this runestone. What's this I got here? Got sapphires. Okay, yeah, let's just take care of this. I mean, we might as well since we popped back in Avadon a few times at this point. Let's go ahead and talk to with Dumont, see if he has anything for us. Nothing else we need. But we could go ahead and sell the loot we have now. I should also go ahead and split these potions here. Let's give him a wand of ISO. And now let's go back to Rockridge Keep. And continue with our main mission. Okay, so Yetsua's Call. Blackwood. Alright, is this where both of the missions are, Blackwood? No, let's do Yetsua's first. Just have to find out where it is. Okay, yeah, here it is. So to the trap lair we go, even though we already took care of this area. Oh, is this the place where the disappearing stairs? There is a stone circle in this ravine. It is surrounded by bones and gruesome totems. Signs that something powerful lurks nearby. The ground is crisscrossed with tracks left by something with powerful claws. There is a stone stairway in the middle of the circle, flanked by pillars and descending into the... Oh, how interesting. The stairway and pillars start to fade away. It's a simple illusion, nothing that would work on an experienced hand of Avadon. You stare and concentrate, and the stairway fades back into reality. Clever trickery, but ineffective. Well, it did work on us earlier. But then again, we would be way too underpowered to try to take on the Drake this early. Or that early, I mean. But we are quite seasoned at this point. Alright, so let's kill these Drakelings. Ooh. Short bow. You enter the lair of a drake. These creatures are smaller cousins of dragons. They are weaker physically and magically and live for only centuries instead of millennia, but they are still powerful and cunning in their own right. The drake waits on a low stone platform in the southern alcove of the room. Stone sentinels watch you from either side. These constructs are probably the ones who excavated and built this tasteful chamber. The drake uncoils itself as you approach, a fully grown specimen with rich reddish skin and sharp fangs. Ah, Cactus's new pest to evict Grimace, a drake who only keeps to himself, who only wishes privacy. What are you doing here? Making a lair, a home for my trove and for swarms of my young. We keep to ourselves, hunt the livestock, avoid human pests. Do you support the rebels? Rebels, he snorts. Your human squabbles are nothing to me. Whoever rules these lands, it is only trouble for my kind. Can't you go somewhere else? I can. I will not. I am sick of your kind. Pink and pathetic. Stealing our homes and our land. Humans did not use this land. I took it. I built a home. I stay. You're young? My many drakelings. I have so many. You slew some of the weaker, more unworthy specimens on the way in. Are you angry about it? I am upset, but only a little. I have many more eggs. I dare not let my young outnumber me too much, or I will be the one who is devoured. Grimace watches you carefully, his head swaying slowly from side to side. Be wary, human. I tire of being bullied by your kind. I would like to trade with you. You have nothing I want. I have nothing I would see leave here with you. Here is a deal. I will trade you fleeing for me, letting you survive. Is there anything you wish? For you to go. Nothing else. I trade with my own kind. You need to go. Then we come to the true purpose of this meeting. This land was unused. I took it. Now you force me out. Leave me, human. I will not submit to you. Leave or be devoured. At least I gave you a chance. Grimace rears up, spreads his wings, and roars. Then he lunges forward, flames spewing from his mouth. Okay, so I don't think the salamander is going to be... Actually, no. If he has these golems attack, then yeah, we can summon the salamander. It's just that his fire was not going to be effective on him. But this freezing turret will be. Grimace snarls a word of command. One of his stone sentinels comes to life and lumbers out of its alcove. As, fight a drake in its lair, humans, and you face all of my tricks. Oh, good for you. Okay, so we killed Kremes, although we do still have to kill these sentinels too. I was hoping they would disappear after Kremes died, but whatever. Finally took him down. Drake Scale Greaves. You can put that on. The best thing about killing a dragon is that we can loot them up. Okay, so yeah, Kremes was definitely not going down peacefully, but we still took him down anyway. And got some good loot out of it. And answered Yetsua's call there. Like we have before. I think one thing that's worthy of note in these Spiderweb software games is that even if Spiderweb software does write it to where, or you can just be spared, or you can leave, no problem. I mean, you were still probably going to end up fighting him anyway, so yeah, I feel like you weren't going to talk, but that being said, you can still on occasion have the option to spare some people and some enemies, stuff like that, if you wish. But that's what I love about this game and Spiderweb software games in general, is that you have that choice, you know. Though some instances you're just not going to have a choice regardless, unfortunately. Okay, so we took care of that. Alright, Yetsua, what else do you have for us? Drake Kremes is gone and will bother you no more. You tell Yetsua of your battle against the Drake. She nods. I am sure you had no choice in the matter. Yeah, exactly. You have done well. She removes something from her pouch and hands it to you. It is a scarab. That was found on a hand, lost in a recent ambush. We cannot use it, but you might be able to. Again, we are grateful for your help. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, there is nothing important enough to merit distracting you from your valued work. Again, We of Rockridge Keep are most grateful to you. Okay, cool. So, all right, another spell type. I'll just hang on to it. I'm not worried about going to Avadon immediately now. Okay, so Yasua's missions are now cleared out. Okay, so let's head over to Blackwood. I do want to see... Okay, this is where you do the Law Carver quest. Then we can head right to our main mission. This must be the copy of the Stone Code Law Carver Ain told you to find. You wonder if she was aware that it was next to a rebel encampment. You suspect not. It does seem like a good place to hide a watching stone. Considering what happened last time you tinkered with one of these circles, however, you approach the circle with great care. You don't see anything obviously dangerous. You feel like you are being watched, but that's a normal side effect of being in rebel lands. You walk to the center of the circle. There are plenty of stones and piles of vegetation around the center pillar. You easily conceal the watching stone. Done. Then you turn and see someone. There is the shaman of the Wild Realm to the north. She is silently watching you. Two huge wolves stand to either side of her. You wave to her, trying to tell whether she is a rebel or a loyal citizen. Then she starts casting a spell. Her wolves bark and leap forward. Question answered. Shaman Uni. Wait, isn't Shaman Uni the name of the shaman in Cameria? You know, the one in the stead who we helped out, our first adventure helped out anyway. I'm pretty sure that was the same one. So yeah, we're taking out a nice old lady that we helped out early in the first game. Unless Spiderweb didn't intend for Spiderweb Software didn't intend for her to be the same one, and it's just an oversight, but still. Yeah, I actually remember that detail. The enemy shaman gets close to one of her wolves. She notices that it is wounded. She mutters a few brief words and waves at the massive creature. Its wounds fade away in an instant. Oh, that is some bull right there. Alright, I feel like we do have to go for Shaman Uni here. Well, rip to the nice old lady we helped out in the first Avadon. That was in Doral Stead. So whether that was intended to be the same one is, I don't know. Mica ring. I guess we can swap these out. Okay, so that was also a quick one to clear out. Then again, we are pretty strong at this point, so it doesn't surprise me that we handled these these quests well. I'm mainly doing it for the XP and the money, though. I'll still do it. Oh. The watching stone is in place. Lawcarver A nods. Good. We of the Cava will sleep better knowing this isolated copy of our law has some protection. She takes a sword from her belt and gives it to you. I really have no use for these things. I am no blade master. Again, you have our gratitude. Any other copies of the code that need some work? Many, but none I can't handle myself. Eventually. Thank you for your aid. Alright, cool. So we helped her out all we could. We'll raise this and this now. What the heck happened? I meant this button. Lightning short sword. We already have a decent weapon. Ooh. Actually, no. Yeah, the one we have is already good. But I'll hang on to that one anyway, because we still have one more adventure we haven't really super equipped yet. This massive thicket is where you were told you would find the ogres. The lair of the humanoids that aided the rebels should be right around here. You double check to make sure you follow the directions correctly, because there are no signs of settlement here. The thicket is dense, overgrown, and almost hostile. The narrow paths through the spiny cactus feel like they might close in on you at any moment. You reach a small oasis, again with no signs of lasting settlement. As you sit and rest, someone comes into view over a rise to the north. A human of the wild realm. You think that she looks familiar. When you approach the lone tracker of the waste, you receive a shock. You know this person. It is Silky, the scout you lost to a Titan at the beginning of your adventures. Here, alive, the scout has had a hard time of it. Silky is much thinner now, and her armor is torn and filthy. There is a nasty scar on her head, left by the Titan's blow. You also note that any insignia of the packed army has been carefully removed from her armor. Silky is overjoyed to see you. The scout runs up and embraces you. Malik, I thought it looked like you, but I didn't think I could be so fortunate. You look... well, what happened? What are you doing here? I am a hand of Avadon now. I am here on a mission. Silky is shocked by this news, and, you know, not entirely enthusiastic. Avadon? That is a surprise. Quite a promotion. You are much more important now, yes? The scout smiles nervously. I would love to hear how you came to serve Avadon. I'm sure you have many tales. I'm also sure you would like to know what happened to me. I don't mind telling you how I became a hand. You tell Silky an abbreviated story of your adventures, and she listens attentively. You hunted rebels? You went to the corruption? You met Redbeard and lived? Remarkable. The paths we have traveled could not be more different. When I first agreed to train you, I had no idea of your potential. What happened? How did you survive? Well, I was captured. Goras the Hunter, curse his name, clubbed me and knocked me out. When I woke up, I was in a rebel base. I was guarded by wretches and traitors. They questioned me, sometimes harshly. I told them as little as I could. I killed Goras. Silky gently touches the scar on her forehead and winces. I am glad to hear it. Brutal monster. I've been in that lair. I hope it was not too troublesome. When it was abandoned, the rebels placed many traps there. I assume you survived. Well, duh, if I'm here right now. What happened then? The raids on Rockridge Keep were a disaster for the rebels. They suffered many losses. The ogres and titans working for them demanded more pay. The rebel leader, Constina, refused to pay. The two sides parted ways, but not before blood was spilled. The base was abandoned. The Wild Realm rebels took me with them, leading me south through the woods. How do you know what happened with the ogres and titans? During my travels, I had many chances to eavesdrop. What happened then? Long days of forced marches trying to avoid pack soldiers. The rebels dragged me along. The size of their group rose and fell. For a few hours, their leader in these lands, Constantina, walked with them, asking questions and giving orders. Then we were found. A force of hunters from Rockridge Keep discovered them. In the chaos, I escaped. You escaped from the rebels. Why didn't you go with the pack soldiers? Let me finish my tale. Then I will discuss that complexity. Where did you escape to? Here. The wilds. I have roamed the woods and hills, working for farms and camps, scouting for pay, doing small jobs. For example, I came here as a courier. I'll tell you more about that soon. But that, in short, is my tale. Capture, abuse, escape, survival, and now the good fortune to run into you here in the wilds. Kalita's skepticism has grown with every moment of this tale. A tidy story. One question, though. How can you explain your deserting from the packed army? You should not be here. You should be there. Your tale does not explain why you abandoned your post. Stokie lets out a long sigh. Malik, I will not lie to you. I deserted my post. My reason is simple. I was being forced to kill people of the Wild Realm. My people. I could not do it, even if they are rebels. So I fled. I will not take part in this war, even if it cost me my life. It well might. I will not deal with the deserter. Stokie is disappointed, but not surprised. I would expect no less from a hand of Avadon, and yet I ask you to forgive me for my principles. I can still be helpful to you. Return to duty. Until you do, I will have nothing to do with you. The scout bows her head. I understand. I will need some time to decide. I wish you luck on your mission. I truly do. I won't subject you to my offensive presence any longer. With a final, sad nod, she walks away to the south. Stokie doesn't look back. Well, that was unfortunate, but honestly not surprising, considering the dialogue very early on in the game, you know, with how she was talking about, wait, is this the path we should really follow and all this other stuff? But whatever. Anyway, it's time for me to go ahead and save the game here, but I will see you all soon with the next part of Let's Play, as we hunt for the ogres of the Cava, among other parts of this section of the map. So, until then, I'll see you all when I can with that.